Hi, I'm Emily Fisher. I'm a district technician with Warren County Soil and Water, and I'm here with longtime Board Supervisor Tkatschenko. So John, if you could just tell us a little bit about your operation.
Well, it's a hobby farm, that is taken after my father's advice to have something to do in your older years. And at the same time, I can raise a little bit of food and fiber and enjoy myself a lot. So I'm in my retirement years. I retired with the little 10-acre patch of hobby farm.
Tell me, do you have any crops, livestock, how old's your farm, or how long have you been here?
Well, we moved to this property in 1992, and the house itself was built in 1947, so it's kind of right after World War II.
So what types of conservation activities do you participate in?
Well, of course, I was a district conservationist from December of 74, I was hired by NRCS up until I retired in 2008, May 3rd, here in Warren County. I've worked with surveying land, helping landowners solve conservation problems, solve manure management problems, and help farmers use and utilize their resource space better.
What is your philosophy?
Tell the truth, be honest with yourself, and just have respect for not only your fellow man, but where you live.
Why have you chosen to farm?
Well, I grew up on a farm, and I don't know who it was that said that you can get the farm out of the boy, but you can't get the boy out of the farm. Well, that's why. I just like it. I like working with the trees and the soil and making hay and talking to the cows, etc., etc. And I also like communicating with the people.
How else are you involved in your community besides farming?
Well, I'm on the local Soil and Water Conservation District Board. I try to attend cooperative extension meetings every once in a while. My wife is in the gardening club.
How do you demonstrate conservation to your community?
Well, if you kind of practice what you preach, don't overgraze your cropland. Plant something on your resource space that you can use and maybe your children can use in the future. You're really copying what American farmers have done through the 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. We've kind of gotten away from that now, and now we're getting more urbanized and relying on really large food and fiber producers to provide food for our nation and for other nations. But it used to be you kind of lived on what you could raise on the farm, on the ground. So I still kind of believe in that philosophy. And that's my little 5-acre hay field. That I bale about 400 bales, 500 bales a year, and that's what the cows chew on. But last year I tried, I cultivated that up, and then I planted pumpkins in there, and then I put the rug, just leave that big of a space right where the pumpkins are seated. I had probably the best pumpkins I've ever seen in my life. And I have a little bit of raspberry patch back there, and then that from that edge up to where the blueberries start, that's all asparagus. I planted that the first year that I came. And I don't use any chemicals or anything. I just mulch the hell out of them. And they come up for the last 25 years. I've had all the asparagus I can eat.
Lastly, have you received any local, state, national awards for any conservation work you've done?
Yes. Well, I can show you a walnut plaque in there that I received for having an outstanding year when we had like 3,000 acres of fly-on cover crops, and you kind of talked to about 42 different landowners, farmers that wanted cover crops, and there's a big shot in the arm from Tom Spellmire who helped organize that. But we got cost sharing for a lot of that cover crops.
Absolutely. Thank you, John.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.